We're here at Deep Productions Recording Studio. We got Lil Paul in the building.
Yeah.
We'll get a little interview in with you, brother.
All right.
What does success look like to you?
Well, to me, success is this. It's not necessarily obtaining material things, but it is just walking out your purpose. I don't think that you can be successful if you don't know what it is that you're supposed to be doing, what you're supposed to be contributing. And I think you have to first know that to even begin to even try to be successful. And when you start walking in that, even though you might not be at a certain destination or a certain point just yet, you are successful because you're doing what you were sent here to do. And to me, that's what success is.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. What sacrifices have you had to make, if any?
Well, I don't think anybody can really walk with God without making sacrifices. I know for me personally, a lot of relationships, friendships, personal relationships, just cutting off from detoxing from people in general, and just trying to maintain a certain level of purity and integrity, and just staying away from anything that might compromise that. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, but it's worth it in the end, man. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Explain kingdom principles. What are those? Are they easy to follow?
Kingdom principles. Well, I think as a whole, there are principles like, like seed time and harvest per se, or things like you will reap what you sow. And I think those are some things that apply to everybody. But I definitely know to be true that certain people have different accountability levels and standards. And those principles, they change everything. In other words, like I can't do what everybody else can do. And, that's just the way it is. Sometimes you have to... Everybody's called to walk differently. So each individual who's walking out their purpose is going to be on a different level of accountability of what they can do and what they can't do. So that I think that there are individual principles, and I think that there are principles as a whole, as just a body in itself, but it all depends on the individual and their level of calling.
What is the Kingdom Gang?
What is Kingdom Gang? Go to kingdomgang.com right now. I'm plugging it in right now. Go to kingdomgang.com right now. Kingdom Gang is a group of individuals who God has set apart to be and set a different type of standard pertaining to everything in ministry. It's not just music. There's a different standard that's been set there that God has called us to, and He's just calling us to make a change in every aspect of ministry. Just getting away from religion, getting away from tradition, and just genuinely reaching people on a whole new level that the old way has not been able to reach. And that's what Kingdom Gang is all about.
What are your expectations? Like, what are you hoping to accomplish through all your efforts and hard work?
I think the ultimate goal is to win souls, to bring people to Christ. But even in so, I know to be true that tradition and religion is so far away from who Christ really is. And I think it's keeping people away from Him. I know it is. It's keeping people away from Him because they have a certain mindset or thought process about what it is that they're getting into and getting a relationship with Him. And for me, I think my goal is to just create and walk in and set a new standard for people and be an example in that. In other words, I'm going to show you how to be effective without doing what everybody else did. And I'm going to go and reach the people that they wouldn't touch and they wouldn't even have a conversation with. And I'm going to bring the value out of those people on an intimate level by just reaching them where they are, going where they are. That's the ultimate goal, creating a new standard, man, and just making a change, man, representing God.
Why music? I'm sure there's other ventures you could have got into.
Right. Yeah. Right. I think a part of submitting to God, when you submit to God, everything that you have, you're also submitting your talents. And the thing is this right here. I used to do music for the world, and I had some success, and it was moving along fine. And the thing is, when you get with God, you don't just leave a part of your talents behind on the table. So in me being fully submitted with God, I'm submitting everything that I have. I'm submitting my time. I'm submitting my resources. I'm submitting my talents. I'm submitting every gift that He's given me and giving it back to Him for His purposes. And music just happened to be one of those things. So I'm giving it to Him.
What's the single most important thing for you right now?
The single most important thing for right now. I think the most important thing for right now is wholeheartedly walking in the season that I'm in and serving in that wholeheartedly, and not being anxious to get to the next stage or the next place without getting everything that I need to get right here, right now, so that I can fully function and operate in that next place the right way. I think that when we wholeheartedly get an understanding about where we are and why we're here, and instead of trying to just hurry up and get over there per se, and when we can just go to God and fully get an understanding of why we're here, and okay, what is it that you're teaching me? I don't want to just rush through the class and graduate, but then I can't retain anything that I needed that I'm gonna need later. It's kind of like that kind of attitude. You're going somewhere. You got a destination, but you don't want to get there prematurely and can't stay or can't maintain because of something you were supposed to learn in the previous season. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah.
How do you expect to accomplish whatever it is you are trying to accomplish?
Well, by wholeheartedly serving in this season and staying on my face, just staying in worship, staying away from people, staying away from people that I know are toxic to my assignment, and just honestly pursuing God like my life is on the line. When you have a mandate and you have a call, you have to pursue God like your life is on the line. The truth of the matter is, we need Him. He doesn't need us at all. And I just want to hear from Him. I just want to be instructed. I just want to be directed. I just want to make sure I'm in good standings with Him. And I think to get to the ultimate goal, it's as simple as following His directions and being able to recognize when He's speaking, however He may be speaking, whether it's directly, whether it's in a dream, whether it's through another person, just being able to recognize and being sensitive in the spirit and be looking for Him in every place and everywhere and in every encounter that I have. And I think as long as I continue to do that and can keep my heart pure and my hands clean by His grace only, because it's hard doing that. I can't do that on my own. But I think as long as I do those things, then I'll be able to accomplish what it is that He's put in my heart to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
As far as kingdom people,
right?
What mistake do you think some kingdom people do to turn people away from the kingdom when they should be drawn in? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got some people that give the kingdom a wrong name because they ain't even acting out like they should be.
Right.
For the kingdom.
Right.
Like, you got any advice for those people?
Yeah, I do. I think we all need to remember that all of us are a mess. It doesn't matter how well you look right now, hidden you're a mess. There's some area in your life that's not together. This applies to everybody. And I think that when approach people or react to them or talk to them as if we have it all together, instead of being empathetic, instead of trying to put ourselves in their shoes and understanding that if they're speaking to us, they want our help and we need to help them from a good place in our heart. Like, we're not here to judge nobody. We need to help everybody. We need to help everybody, and putting ourselves in their shoes is the only way to do that. If I can't relate to you, how can I help you? If I can't imagine myself in your situation, how can I really help you? If that's the case, anything I tell you is hot air. I'm just wasting your time. And you know, at the end of the day, I think we turn people off by our lifestyle. Because if we're supposed to be kingdom and we're supposed to be representing God, that should be showing up everywhere we go. It not just at church, it should be showing up. They should see it on us. When we speak, that's what should be coming out of our mouths. And there are people there's always somebody watching you. No matter who you are, you have a level of an influence over somebody, whether that's your child, whether that's your wife, whether that's the people at your job, whether that's the people at your church. Everybody has a level of influence over somebody, and somebody's watching you. Everybody has something a quality that somebody wants. Somebody likes something about you, and somebody's paying attention to you, whether they say it or not. And when they hear you get out of pocket and talk crazy and cussing, and they see you with that blunt in your mouth and all of that ridiculous stuff, then it devalues the God in you to them. Because it's true that God will forgive you, but you never know the effect you have on the person that's watching you. You dig what I'm saying, man?
I agree with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. People just want to be loved, though, man. People want something different. People want real. They want authenticity. Authenticity. They want real love. They want to see God for real, man. You know, Jesus came, he didn't go to the church. The church people tried to do him in. They did do him in. He went to the streets. He went to the streets. Jesus himself went to the streets. He went to the sick. He went to the prostitutes. I mean, he went to the streets. He was for the sick. So that's what we got to do, man. But not judge them. Love on them.